What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube video. So today we are diving into the big news that Donald Trump has won the US elections. And what does this mean for the economy? What does this mean for gold? Well, today we're going to cover absolutely everything and have a look at how the markets are reacting to the news so far and what to look out for coming into the next few months to years as Donald Trump continues to be the president. And if you have never traded during Trump being president, I assure you guys it's a good idea to download X and have notifications turned on, because last time Donald Trump was president, anytime he would put out a tweet, the gold markets would go absolutely crazy. So let's jump straight in. So unless you've been living under a rock, Trump has won the 2024 US elections, and gold has had a very big downward reaction to this news. From currencies, bonds, commodity prices, we're seeing massive shifts in the market, especially with gold peaking at all-time highs right before this election and now dipping down to some amazing key levels and presenting some fantastic opportunities coming into the next couple of weeks to throughout the rest of the year. So right after the elections, we saw a very nice decrease in the price of gold. We had a massive sell-off and gold futures dropped around 2.7% following this very key news. And why is that? Why did gold have a big drop after peaking at all-time highs? Well, that's because Trump is good for the US economy. So the US dollar grew massively, therefore the price of gold starts to dip. So when the dollar is strong, the interest rates look like they may rise, therefore people take their money out of gold and distribute it elsewhere. And as you guys can see here on the chart, this was the reaction from the news. We could see gold was in this very, very aggressive range for almost the entire week. We were in this very, very aggressive range. We come up, we tapped into the highs, and then pretty much as the election news came out, or when it was pretty much official that Kamala Harris couldn't win, we saw this huge impulsive leg down on gold. Now, this is a very, very big move. This is about a 420 tick move, followed by a steep pullback, and then a continued massive 800 tick sell-off on gold in the overnight market in the US session, which was absolutely huge. Now, gold is obviously typically seen as a safe haven and something people look to invest their money into in times of uncertainty. They want to put their money into something safe. Gold is a fantastic way to do that. This is why you always see these big runs on gold during a lot of economic wars. And now that Trump has taken the US election, people are taking their money out of gold. Therefore, the money is dropping. The US dollar is rising. And Trump is a very pro-business. So if we take a look at the NASDAQ chart, we can see we have had an absolutely phenomenal move on NASDAQ, coming very close to and about to tap into these all-time high regions around 21,000, which is absolutely huge. So Trump is always good for the economy. He always has good moves in the markets, and that's why we're seeing these newer higher highs created here. Now, whilst we have seen these initial lower prices react on gold, we can't disregard that we still have been in this very big uptrend, and this could just be an initial reaction down lower. We called some nice gold sells in the Asian call today. And that's the thing, there's opportunities from an intraday perspective to still take huge advantage of all market moves. We took these gold sells here in the community today once price came up and liquidated these highs here. We called about these in the community for price to come up, pull back into these highs before having this really nice sell-off back down into these day lows. We saw about 150 tick push. Now, given that we have had this huge sell-off, is there an opportunity to see gold start to pull back to some pretty interesting levels? Yes, definitely. You know, we're not just going to keep selling off forever, and we are actually now coming into some very, very big historical levels around that 2650 level with, you know, nice daily previous support turned resistance at 2700, which is also, you know, a 500 tick range that is absolutely worthwhile trading. I'm just fixing this up, put this should be 2650. Boom, there you go. Reacting right there off that 2650 level, which we could hover around for, to be honest, a good amount of times, if not some days, to definitely leading into next week as well. And then, you know, a very nice pullback into this level where you can kind of see here on gold, you have this really nice left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We've now just broken that neckline. So could we be creeping back up to retest that 2700 over the next couple of weeks? To me, it looks like a pretty good level to watch. So what should you be watching out as a trader and a investor who is looking to get into gold? Now, interest rates is one of the biggest things you guys want to be looking at. If we see higher treasury yields, that's usually bad news for gold. Trade policies, any uncertainty or conflict in trade policies could push gold higher as it is the safe haven. And the dollar's strength. If we just have a quick look at the DXY chart here, US dollar index, This is where we saw that massive break back above that key 104 level. And we can see, we're coming back into some pretty historical levels that we were tapping back into in July. That 105 level is going to be a very, very tough level. 105 to 105.5. These are going to be two very, very big levels. So in conclusion, Trump takes the win and is shaking things up for gold as of right now, but this is just the beginning. If you're new to trading gold, like I say, be very active for when he puts out lots of tweets, because it can be very, very volatile. And it could also be a good thing as well. He is good for volatility. He is also good for markets. This is what we need. And gold, like I say, gold might be going down right now, but we are also coming into some very key areas where over the next couple of days, could we see, a couple of 500, 300 tick pullbacks? Absolutely, there's opportunities in the markets to look to take both sides and massively take advantage of the volume. But trying to catch the bottom right now is probably not the smartest idea, especially with FOMC coming up later today. There's a lot of key events coming into the markets. So if you have enjoyed this quick insight into gold and Donald Trump winning the US election, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And I go live here on YouTube every single day in the London session at 7 till 9 a.m. London time. I hope to see you guys there. Be smart, trade gold, and let's make some pips.